Temura Morrison and Ming-Na Win.
While I'm cruising on my Bantha on the sands of Tatooine, I'm heading for Mosses Bar. I've got some business with the Pike Syndicate, yeah. I'm a mean bounty hunter. My best friend's a Bantha. You better watch out, or you become Bantha fodder. Okay.
This is Tim jet lag.
Okay. Good to see you, Ming-Na. Good to see you, Crystal. And good to see all of you. Sounding like a Texan already.
You're feeling it, right? It's in your blood now.
Yes, you look like one too.
Yes, I got me a hat from the hotel. There's a little tourist shop there. $59.
Nice.
And I got the shirt today out the back there. Thank you very much. I didn't have to pay for them, so I owe them 5 photographs. Very nice shirt, Crystal. And he's got some Hawaiian-style ones there as well, which I wore yesterday. Where's my man? We gotta go. Yeah. Anyway, I was giving him a plug. And hey, good to see you, darling.
I know, good to see
Man,
you too.
wow.
My Boba.
Oh my God, my Fennec Shan Master Assassin buried in the sand until I came along and saved you.
Yes, you did.
Dragged you out of the sand.
Yes, you did.
Lucky the
And
Tuscans
you
pulled
never
me out of the sand.
let me
too.
forget.
Okay.
Yes.
Now what's happening? I haven't been in Los Angeles lately.
Oh,
Well, what's the rumors? Is anyone ringing us? My phone's been waiting for a phone call, but
No phone calls yet, but never.
have they
never
got
say
amnesia
never.
or something?
Dot.
Are they putting us on the shelf?
It's coming.
Are we being shelved?
I don't know.
No. Never
Okay.
know, right?
What do you guys
No.
want? You want more? Yes. Get on your Instagram. Get on your TikTok.
Okay.
I like that chant, though. I like that chant.
All right.
Just need to hear
Crystal,
us.
I think you've lost the show.
No, it's all right. I said I was a little nervous. I ran over here. I was sweating, but obviously you're not nervous whatsoever.
No.
I'm a little jet lagged. I
Yeah.
flew in from New Zealand.
Yeah.
How long is that flight?
How long is that flight? Too long.
I went to Houston. It was 15 hours to Houston.
Yeah.
And then I hopped on the connecting plane. We're sitting there. And then I felt the plane go like this. We all moved.
Oh,
I'm going, what the hell was that? We haven't even left the,
the runway.
And some clown had backed into our airplane, so we all had to hop off. Yeah, I think the guy, with the luggage and all that, he sort of missed the luggage area and hit the airplane. So we all had to hop off and wait around another few hours. And then we hopped on another flight. Thank Christ for that. I got here very, very late the other night. But lovely to be here with you, Crystal, and all the fans. And I was so looking forward to seeing you, darling, because we got on so well.
We did.
How
Yes.
long has it been since you guys have seen each other?
Years.
No.
Well, months.
We saw each other in London for our Star Wars celebration.
That's right. I forgot I was there.
Well, you're so busy. I'm sure that it all kind of mixes
Well, we just
together.
had so much fun on our show,
Yeah.
the Book of Boba, and we just had a natural rapport, chemistry, and I used to get annoyed at her sometimes because she just, at the end of the scene, I'd be doing something in the scene and she'd just smile or do a little look and steal the scene from me all the time.
No, you were more annoyed that I was such a Star Wars geek, and I would freak out at every little gadget, every little prop, and you'd be like, "Ming, time to work."
I said, look, you know, you and I, Ming, we're the leaders of this whole show.
Right.
So let's not have any actor drama stuff.
No.
You know, no drama queen stuff.
No.
Let's just get on with the work, say our lines. And I had too many lines, that was my problem.
I know, he was always trying to pawn some of his lines off onto me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I'm the silent partner.
And then she got wind of it. She started to realize every episode, hey, I don't think I should say this. I don't mean that. And then even sometimes I would try, John Favreau, one of our executive producers, wonderful John Favreau.
Yeah.
But sometimes he had to go off and film some Spider-Man. And
No, not Spider-Man.
Oh, wasn't it? I'm sure he's in Spider-Man.
It
Anyway.
wasn't Spider-Man.
He is in Spider-Man. See, they're nodding.
Is he?
Yes, he's got a
Was he
small
on?
part, but sometimes he went on to
Oh,
San
you mean
Francisco.
as an actor?
Yes,
Yes,
as an actor.
yes. That's right, he was.
And then
He wasn't
then I
Spider.
talked to the director, look, I don't really need to say this, I don't really need to say that, let's cross this out. But then John be watching on a little monitor in San Francisco,
Spying on us.
spying on us.
Yeah.
We wouldn't miss anything, he didn't miss anything. He's going, well, would you mind putting those lines back in? You sure I'm not talking too much? This bounty hunter seems to be talking way too much. You know, he should be more quiet,
Yeah.
silent.
Like you.
Yeah. The silent kind, you know.
My jokes go over his head all the time.
That was good.
But I'm glad you guys
I'm
got it.
jet-lagged.
I'm glad you guys got it.
I'm ready for a Dallas beer, actually.
Can I say that I always thought I was an extrovert until I met Tem. And then I realized, oh, this is what an extrovert is. And I was actually an introvert.
Okay, I've had enough now. You carry on. I'm going to have a bit of a nap. It's your turn. It's your turn.
No,
I'm just gonna have a nap.
You take
And I'll
over. Okay,
come in every now and then.
you take over.
Well,
Crystal, you take
your guys' chemistry is really what makes the show so amazing.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
so it's great to see this in person.
Yeah, you
know,
can't
now.
fake this, right? Yeah.
It's great to see you in person.
Now, you both have been in the industry for a little while.
She's been in there longer than me. 57 years, I think.
70 years I've been in the industry.
Mulan. She was in Mulan.
Yes.
A baby.
I was still a baby.
How do you guys think the industry has changed since you first started to now?
How has it changed?
How have we changed?
No, how has the industry changed?
Well, they have a lot of special effects now. And they can make a few of me now. And also the volume, there's this blue screen and green screen we always used to have. Was it blue and green? Yeah. But now we have these things called the volume, and we can project the set on the walls. And so when you walk from your dressing room into the arena where we're filming, you are surrounded by the actual physicality of the scene that we're shooting. There's my spaceship, but it's only on the wall there. And it's quite dimensional, and then there's people like extras. Walking around even.
In the scene.
In the window. You know, we have real extras hanging around on the set that's here, but that's changed.
That's amazing.
So you actually feel like you're in that space junkyard. You're right there. And it's amazing for the first 10 minutes, and then you get over it, and then it's back to the hard work. But yeah, amazing. That kind of technology has changed a lot.
Yeah, I remember the first time I experienced the volume, I walked onto the set in my Fennec outfit, And I was so excited because, you know, I was going to be in a Star Wars project. And I walk on the set and literally it looked like this. Just black screens and a few rocks in the middle. And that was it. And I was like, well, that's not very impressive. They're not spending a lot of money on this. And then they turned on the lights, they turned on the volume, and suddenly I was transported with the binary sunset onto Tatooine. And it was the most magical, incredible moment. I was like crying. It was so beautiful.
I believe it.
We also had to work with some wonderful talent, our crew. I want to pay respects while we're here to people like Carl Withers, Shana, and Shana Trippick, who was
Yes.
our costume designer, and did so much work in terms of the design, the cut, even all our outfits, the armor, the robes.
The helmets.
I just wanted to pay respect, and we lost Carl recently too, who was a director and a big part of The Mandalorian, and directed as well. So, you know, they're still with us in spirit, but I just want to acknowledge the work they did, and even the crew that are part of. Yes, thank you.
It really takes a community to put this together.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you become a real family, you know, because you're working 15 hours a day, sometimes more, and you...
It's a long day on the sets, and John Favreau and Dave Filoni, many a day we'd get to set, and they'd show a video of Lawrence of Arabia, one of those old movies, which I love too. And you know, that'll set us in the mood for the type of scene that we're about to shoot. In episode 2, I had all that train stuff. And
very physical,
and then we'd watch the scene, so we were all on the same page, as I guess you say. And then another day we'd go and get called to the tent. They need you in the tent, and we'd watch a Godfather scene, Brando and all of his stuff doing his, and then we'd be doing kind of like a Godfather scene.
Because we were the gangsters, you know?
Definitely.
We were the mafia.
Space gangsters.
And then Dave also had this, you know, all the knowledge about where we were and the time zone. And I think John also had all that experience from the Marvel and doing Iron Man and how he brought them all together as Avengers as well. They also brought in Robert Rodriguez, who we got on very well with.
Yes.
I had to laugh a lot of times because you see Robert turn up, then the assistant, and then his 6 guitars and amplifiers. Poor assistant's lugging around all his guitars, and Robert loved playing the guitar while he directs. He must keep him relaxed or something. So that's where I got that blues song from. He'd be playing the blues a lot.
Yeah, that was great.
I'd be playing the other guitar, and then we'd be
But
singing so much.
we were shooting the Book of Boba Fett during COVID.
That's right.
And it was very difficult. That was another huge obstacle that we had to overcome. Between the testing and the masks and
we had
the
to
isolation.
We had to clear the studio like every couple of hours. So that really cut into a lot of the production time. So Ming-Na and myself, we made it a point that, hey, let's work hard from the front. All the guest actors come in, they can see us working hard. And you know, we, as you said, we all became a very tight family. The crew, Diego and all them, you know, the guy pushing the cameras around, they know all the Star Wars history too.
That's awesome.
Wardrobe guys, everybody knew.
But what was the one thing that you hated on set? The one thing that you hated more than anything
She knows
else?
the answer she's asking you.
Sand.
Sand, I guess.
It gets
All those
everywhere,
days
doesn't it?
Sand.
and that little kid
He's like,
was
can we
sticking
get
me
off
with his
this
stick.
planet?
Wesley was poking me all the time with that stick. Remember when I first got to the Tuscan village there? I looked like a bit of an outsider. So yeah, there were long days on the sand. I swear, tied up.
Wow.
Oh, not another day. That jumpsuit, I kind of got sick of that jumpsuit as well. With my shoes and those 2 things, silver things broken out there. And walking in the sand. And being dragged in the sand.
And walking in sand is so tough. Just even if you go to the beach, you want to walk or run or do anything in sand, it's so hard. So I'm sure it was even more difficult trying to act and keep your composure in that.
Trying to act.
Our makeup people were amazing.
Brian
And
Simon and his
for me,
team.
hair, you
Maria.
didn't have to worry about hair as much.
No hair, no hair.
But
Some
you
of
had
these have
a
still got
lot of
the-
prosthetics. There were a lot of scenes where you had a lot of
There was,
a lot of scars.
well, I had been in that Sarlacc pit for a long time. A long time, actually.
Not that long. You would have
Well,
died.
And then I had to have the remnants of all those scars and stuff on my face. There was about 15 versions of my makeup. My bad skin burnt under the sun makeup, and it got better and better. And then I ended up going into my hospital called the Bacta tank. And my looks slowly started to come back. And I was enjoying that process even because there was less time in the makeup chair.
Yeah.
But I remember I was sitting in the makeup chair for the first time wondering what the hell I'm doing here. Going, gee, what am I going to do? How am I going to talk? How shall I say these things? And then the makeup was making it visible as I'm sitting there in the chair. And I go, oh, they're going to give me these acid burns. And I thought, oh dear, maybe I talk like this. I talk like I had some wounded vocal cords. I think I'll talk a little bit like this. But then by the end of the day, I was going, this is a stupid idea. Whose idea was it to talk like this?
So rough on your throat.
Yeah, it was a bit rough on my throat. Made me thirsty as well.
Yeah. I'm sure a few of you have questions out there. Is
No,
that right?
no questions. And no Star Wars questions. Okay? Any
No
questions?
running, no
No Star
running.
Wars questions? Because I
Speaking
don't
of
know too much
Spider-Man,
about Star Wars.
here comes Spider-Man.
You say his name and he appears.
Let's kick it off with Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Hello.
Hello there. Hi, Meg. This is actually our third time running into each other. We met
Third time's the charm.
We met in San Antonio last year, and then again at GalaxyCon. And Temura, when you go back to New Zealand, please take me back and carbonite and unfreeze me when you get there. I appreciate that. And so, anyways, for you, Meg. So, loves the Street Fighter game. You work with some awesome people from the 90s, from like Kylie Minogue to Jean-Claude Van Damme. So from what you recall, like working with Jean-Claude Van Damme, training with him along with Temura, let's just say the OG Jean-Claude, how do you think Temura would do it even against a fight with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
In his suit or just the two actors?
Let's say, what do you guys want, suit or actor? The suit.
The suit. So it would be Guile against Boba.
Yeah.
Oh, Boba. For sure. I mean, Guile is too worried about his hair. So he doesn't have to worry. So there you go.
They're pointless distraction.
I will sing Van Damme to death. Got no show.
Can you do a split? No.
Baby.
Don't, you're gonna rip your
I
pants.
say, Dr. G.
I need you something.
Hey, I like
I'm
the
gonna use them
attempt.
later.
I was good
No, I
enough.
think Van Damme will kick my butt. He's trained and stretched and yeah, he's got all
I
the
mean,
moves.
what you did with that bantha stick was pretty.
Yes, unless I get my gaffy stick, I
I
might
mean,
have a show.
gaffy stick,
If I
yes.
have my gaffy stick, I might
Gaffy
have a
stick.
show against Van
That's
Damme.
right, that's right.
Okay, no more questions
Next
from
one.
that guy.
Hi. So you're both in the Star Wars family. You're both in the Disney family. Personally, I think being young, you would be a bad bud elf, and Temura being from New Zealand. Have y'all ever had any interest in joining the Lord of the Rings family?
Yeah.
Well, I'm too good looking. They need ugly people, tall people, or short people. I do not fit that category, sorry.
Yes, I would love to be in Lord of the Rings. Yes, massive fan. Tokyo.
That movie just took forever. I wasn't sure. Throw that bloody ring in that volcano so I can go and have a beer. Frodo! Frodo! That guy was killing me. Oh my God.
I'm not talking to you, Tim.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how does it feel to carry over 50 years of one of the most impactful fandoms to date? 50 years of one of the most impactful fandoms. How does it feel to carry that?
To be a part of something so iconic of Star Wars. To be a part of the Star Wars family, how does that feel? It's such an iconic. I know, don't think about it.
1977,
Yeah.
so almost, right?
Yeah, it's
I'm not going to do math right
It's
now.
crazy. Time flies, doesn't it?
It does. I don't know. I mean, I absolutely am thrilled to be part of the Star Wars fandom. I am part of the Star Wars fandom. I love Star Wars. It's my religion.
Who's your favorite character, Ming-Na?
Well, of course, it's always going to be Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia.
Yeah, just feel very honored actually to be part of the family. I had the pleasure of going up to the ranch.
You were one of the OGs.
Yeah, and I was involved in the year 2000 as Django, so... and even going to the ranch and up at George's Ranch, Lucas Ranch, they have these rooms named after iconic, famous actors. And I was in the Ingrid Bergman suite, yeah. So that was kind of a buzz, and just seeing the layout. It was actually, when I visited the ranch, it was a lot like being in New Zealand, all these undulating green rolling hills. But yeah, very much a privilege and an honor to be part of the family. And yes, sorry about those Lord of the Rings, Mark. I think I want to be part of the Lord of the Rings too, since they did shoot a lot of it in New Zealand.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
You would be right there.
But maybe I
So
can
don't
be one of those
trash talk them.
guys with the ears and the bow and arrow. That would suit me good. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, hello, how are you?
I'm good at it. All right, I love both of you so much, obviously, but this question is mainly for Temura.
All right.
I just wanted to know, how did it feel to be able to return to the role after so many years, and especially being able to bring that character to life into its own show after so many years of being introduced?
Well, I was talking to my agent. Obviously, we'd heard of The Mandalorian. And I was going, hey, what's going on here? I thought I was the bounty hunter. You know, being Django fan. And, you know, we kind of had a few conversations along those lines. And then, blow me down, not long after season 1, I think, I got the message from my agent to go meet Jon Favreau. Oh, this is it. This is the meeting I've been waiting for. I got there 4 hours early in Santa Monica. And I sat in the car park and waited and waited. Then I walked in. I was so early, the guys just said, oh, can you just wait in this room? And I went into the room and I could see all these concept drawings. And there was a guy with a bald head. Brown. Kind of good looking. Smoldering features. But I still didn't believe it. Because no one was there yet. But I was going, I'm sure that's me. I am sure that is me.
And I'm so grateful that it was you, because you're the one that saved Fan Expo.
We haven't got to that part yet. Now, I go and do the meeting, and then a few months later, they put me in the costume. And I remember this. I'm wearing the Boba Fett costume. Tim, John, and Dave Filoni want to see you in the office.
Looks good on you.
So I put all the gears on and I walked in the office. And they're sitting down there, they're looking at me, all dressed up as the new Boba Fett. Actually, it was the old Boba Fett, and the old outfit. And they're looking at me. They look at each other. They give each other a nod. And I give them a nod. And they give me a nod. There's a lot in that nod. They're giving me the nod. Yes, we made the right choice. Yes, we made the right choice. And they're looking at one another, nodding. Yes, we made the right choice. Okay, and then you get on to your story now. But yes, every now and then in life, you need the nod. Like this. Not like this.
Thank you.
Okay, great question there. Someone ask her a question, please.
Hi.
Hi, hello. Hi, Ming-Na. I'm back. First for you, I remember a couple of years ago, I asked you to give a shout out to my little sibling who couldn't make it here. They did make it again this year, but couldn't stay for the panel, so can you give them a hello?
What are their names?
Ezra.
Hello, Ezra!
Thank you! And for Temura, thank you so much for coming out. It is beyond so cool to meet the Star Wars guy. Like, you are just the guy. And it is so cool to get to meet you.
You just carry on talking.
You're awesome!
This is great, isn't it? I could listen to that all day.
Just compliments would be great, right?
I can just repeat what she said.
Thank you very much.
Temura, thank you for signing my armor yesterday. It was the greatest moment of my life. As a young child watching Jango Fett, it was the coolest. So that out of the way. For both of you, I have a question you may have answered already. So if you want to just refer, that's fine. But in your not only Star Wars experience, but in your entire acting careers, what would you want to re-experience all over again? What stuck with you? What gave you inspiration? Anything like that? What is your favorite moment that lives in your head rent-free?
That's a great question.
Yeah, if it was stuck on repeat, what scene, what movie would you watch?
Well, I got to work with Marlon Brando, and that was a buzz.
Yeah.
I'll always remember that. And I guess if I was a young opera singer, it would be like getting to sing with Pavarotti. But working with Brando was on a movie called The Island of Dr. Moreau. And he kind of took a liking to me because he found out I was a Maori from New Zealand. And he'd lived in Tahiti for some time since the making of that Bounty movie. So yes, we connected, and he was very, he gave me a few acting lessons. Because I was so nervous. Every time he'd move or something, I'd be jumping in there, saying some silly lines or something. This is the law, that is the law, or something. But yeah, I just remember that standing out for me, getting to work with a great like Marlon Brando. And of course, all the wonderful experiences in the movie, like Speed 2 with Sandra Bullock, Pamela Anderson, Barbed Wire was my first Hollywood movie. That was great fun.
Working with me as well. Mulan. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was
That topped Marlon Brando.
highlight.
I think that topped Marlon Brando, right? I think you said that to me.
Of course.
He is such a good actor, isn't he?
Of course.
Keep nodding, just nod.
Keep nodding.
Yes.
Get the nod.
Ming-Na, what moment would you relive, Ming-Na? What would you
You
be?
know, that moment when they turned on the volume and I was suddenly transported, my 10, 11-year-old self was suddenly in the dream job of my life, being in Star Wars. That was quite a moment.
Yeah.
And then when I got to meet Tem, truly, I was nervous. You remember? Like the first time I met you, you were working on with the stunt guys, and you were very serious. You were very, very serious, and I was like, ooh, okay. This is
Yes, I do my own stunts as well.
Yeah, you were very, very serious.
Yes.
And then then I met him. Yeah, when he came out of his work mode, his focused work mode.
Yeah,
and
all focus,
the whole
on the
package. The most amazing, generous, wonderful, lovable human being.
No, I did have a stuffed double. I'm trying to remember his name.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, you don't care.
It'll come to me.
We had a few. We had a few.
Just to do a couple of the dangerous stuff. Just the repetitive stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was a great question.
Thank you.
That was a really good question.
Far away to another galaxy. Question?
Hi.
Hey, it's wonderful seeing you guys in Texas. Thank you for coming out. My question is for both of you, actually. What do you think Boba Fett was thinking about while he was in the Sarlacc?
Getting out?
Good answer. And I thought it was so crazy that you wanted to go back in for like your armor. I remember shooting that scene.
Did you remember what that pit looked like?
Oh yeah.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Tamura, I want to ask, there aren't a lot of people who get to play themselves and their child on screen, so I was wondering, like playing Django and then playing Boba, did that affect, can you talk about your thoughts as playing your own son?
Yes, I didn't want to think about that too much. I just thought it was great to get the phone call. And after all those years too, after being Django. And you know what I did? I had so much fun doing Django Fett. We shot Django Fett at a place called Sydney, Australia. So subsequently, George used a number of New Zealand and Australian actors. And I think he had experienced, he shot Willow down there way back in the day. But yes, and to get the phone call to play the son, I just wanted to be better. And had a lot more work to do with Boba Fett. I've still got to watch the end of Attack of the Clones because some guy Mace turned up with that lightsaber and ruined my movie experience. But then I forgot about it because I got the opportunity to come back and play the son who had to look like Django because he was a clone son. So fortunately, I still had my faculties together and my good looks were still there with the help of a little bit of makeup. And I was just so excited, and words cannot express how excited I was to get the call to come back and play Boba Fett. And I just wanted to do a better job. I wanted to be a little bit meaner, tougher. And things were going that way for a few episodes.
Yeah, when you came back, I mean, Robert Rodriguez directed that episode, you killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it, right?
Yeah. I just thought I might drive myself crazy if I started thinking too much about that question. You know, what do you do here? And, obviously, with the same father, and you know, you got to do that work. Got to do that work. That character background stuff, the social history, the Mandalorian background that they had. And Boba Fett was a little bit lonely, so he really got taken in by the Tuskens, and that was his family. Otherwise, he's very much a loner, very misunderstood at times.
Yeah.
Just tended to settle things with his blaster. That's the end of it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your lovely question, sir. I thought I said no Star Wars questions. No one's listening.
I'll listen. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for coming out. This may be a really weird question, but could we potentially get a live performance of the dance you do, the haka?
Do you have it in you?
Just psych up a little bit. We're coming towards the end of this session, so I'll just get in the mood. Thank you very much.
You're in for a treat.
It's coming.
Hello.
Thank you.
Howdy, y'all. My name's Jackson. What I wanted to say was one of the coolest behind the scenes from the Star Wars projects is Tem strutting around in the old armor wearing Filoni's hat and he's just twirling a blaster. So my question for y'all was, how surreal was it watching that scene where y'all just come and obliterate the hordes of stormtroopers, actually getting to see it once it was done?
Well, you mean when we first came back?
Yeah, you know, you and the Mando were in
Season 2,
deep trouble.
yeah, with I mean,
You guys were in trouble.
And a whoop ass for the Empire.
it was so much fun. I mean, we were out in the heat. We were out in the
Simi
rocks,
Valley, wasn't
in
it?
Simi
It was
Valley,
real
rocks, real hills, real terrain, and we're in these outfits and helmets that we can't see out of. So it was a real challenge, but oh my goodness, to be able to fight stormtroopers and shoot them down, and it was so much fun.
They looked in trouble. Mando and Fennec Shand were in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I turned up and saved them in spectacular fashion by hand.
Yes.
And got them out of that little bit of trouble there, and then we all started to work together.
Yeah.
But yes, there was a hot day in the office that day.
It really was.
Definitely, I deserved a beer after that shootout.
Yeah.
But
And we have some, in certain stormtrooper scenes, I think we had some 501.
Those poor guys' heads.
Because they
look
had
like everything.
such amazing stormtrooper costumes.
Yes.
That they were, some of them were actually invited to come up and be stormtroopers.
I smashed a few of them and they really
did. You
a
did.
headache afterwards.
Yeah, and some of it was special effects too, that when you see it all put together, it's spectacular.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. We have time for one last question.
Already. Get ready to dance. Get ready to
We're
dance.
not finished yet.
Get ready to dance. No. One more question.
I'm sure everybody would sit here all day and listen to you talk.
We were having so much fun here, Crystal. We're not ready to go yet. We're not ready to go.
What you
Sorry.
got? What you got?
Hi, sorry.
Hi.
Wasn't nervous back there, I'm nervous now. Thank you guys so much for being here, but my question is for you, Ming. Out of all the Disney characters that exist, Mulan has meant the most to me in my entire life, and has made a huge impact to me. As much as she means to me, what does she mean for you to be such a part of such an empowering character for young girls such as myself when it came out?
Well, I grew up with Mulan, and it was always an inspirational story for an amazing Chinese folklore, but it was actually a very serious story about war, about, child trying to prove herself and save her family, and to have it be this beautiful Disney story that so many people can relate to 25 years later. I'm always grateful, and I just think that the impact that she has on you guys and the audience is my greatest reward as an actor, because it just makes me feel so connected to all the people that Mulan has impacted in such a positive way. So she means that much more to me because of my connection to the fans.
It's amazing.
Book of Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, Got the Book of Boba Fett, we got to